Welcome back to class, dear students. In this lesson, I am going to take you through 7 steps to connect and interact with any Solana program from a dApp frontend. Remember, we are going through Solang Solidity for Solana 201 course, where we want to build and deploy a full stack SPL token minter, which I've showed you in the previous lesson, and we did it together and was able to mint this token. Now, usually there's always a confusion, especially as beginner, and you are in, let's say some of you are coming from Ethereum background, and one of those confusion you have is, what does it take to actually build a full stack dApp with Solana? I was confused as well, and a lot of guys out there are usually disjointed. So after pulling here and there, learning a lot, I was able to come up and coin this 7 step. It doesn't matter if you are developing with Rust or some any other Solang Solidity or Python or C# on Solana. Having this 7 step will help clarify what it actually takes to fix. Though we'll be focusing on Solang Solidity, but the step works for almost any, as long as you are dealing with Solana blockchain. Now, what are the 7 steps involved? The first thing when you want to do this is, 1, you need to deploy the Solana program to the Solana cluster. So, and when cluster at either mainnet, devnet, or testnet, but usually use the 2. Mainnet as usual, where you spend money, and the devnet where you develop and test and get free SOL to do the testing. I've also, in our previous lessons, I've introduced you to how to get a lot of free devnet SOLs, to develop as much as you want. Now, that is so important. You need to be able to. So how do you do that? We'll take each of these steps. You can see them one by one. That's what we will follow to build our full stack token minter dApp from scratch to point of deployment. So once you have that program what we call smart contract on Ethereum or EVM, then once you have the Solana program, it's called program on Solana. Once you have that deployed and tested and working fine with using Anchor, then Anchor is actually that tool that makes it easy to work with Solana contract. So that's why it's so important. You should go through the 101 to learn all these things. Now, the number 2 step you will need to do is you need to add IDL to the front end. So don't worry, we'll still go through all this practically. You can see them, that I went through them one by one, but it's good I introduce you and give you a rundown. Maybe you even come across this video and what does it take to build a full stack? These are the steps it took. So I'm not going through anything practically. I'm just breaking down and explaining theoretically why we go through the steps practically in the upcoming lessons. Now, the IDL is generated. We'll go through it, what it is. If you want to, then you should go and take this lesson. So you need the IDL, which will be generated when you are deploying the Solana. When you get the IDL, you will be able to take it to the front end, add it to it, because it's like a bridge, making it easy for your front end to communicate with your back end, just like we have middleware that I talked about very well here. So it's just serving as an example like that. So in the previous basic lesson introducing you, those are how detailed. You see, but in this case we can say this is your front end, this your IDL, and this your back end. So everything, because this Web3.js will be talking also through your IDL to understand how the program is structured and how it should communicate with your backend. Then once you have that, you need to set up wallet context provider to connect your dApp. So what that does is that it gives like an object for your wallet. Whenever you are dealing with Web3, you always need your Web3 wallet. If it's Ethereum, like MetaMask and some other ones. And then if you're on Solana, you always deal with things like Phantom, Flare, Backpack, and some other ones like that. So you actually need the wallet. It's like you want to log into your social media, you usually need your email and things like that. So users need their wallet, and the wallet need to be connected and things like that. So you need wallet context provider. We'll see how all those will be set up. Then the first step, once your wallet provider is set up, you also need to set up the Solana program object context and provider. So all what the provider does is to set up a kind of a place in your dApp front end that can dispatch your connection to the blockchain to any other thing you want to build in your dApp. Think of them as the socket. Then you can now plug every other thing into it. So then the next one, you create component to interact with those provider. Those components, like your Minter component now, that will eventually be displayed here. So this is a component. This is like a component being displayed. If you have deal with Next.js, React, and all those things, they are essential bit by bit aspect of your site. Your home is a component. It's like a component. Your about and things like that. Yeah. So we have that to run. Then you need to wrap your dApp front end with the wallet and program adapter that we created here. Then the last stage, once you wrap it, the essence of wrapping it is I displayed that for you earlier here, in a case that if I click anything here now, like mint, you see it trigger the wallet, but I can cancel it, you see. But if I come here and disconnect and click mint, nothing happens. Nothing. I mean literally nothing, because I've wrapped this particular component and display in this wallet. So if the wallet is not connecting, it doesn't allow these things to work, because it makes no sense. Where are you going to mint to if you don't have a wallet connected? So it makes no sense for this to work without the wallet. So that's the work of the wrapping. And here now you can decide to reconnect any wallet you want to connect. So I don't know why trying to connect Solflare, it takes a lot of time. It's one of my best wallets. So probably their RPC is down for now or something. So that's why it's like taking forever to connect. You see, when I connected the Phantom in the previous lesson. So that's us. And then we display the Solana program component, like you see it here. We can display it. How do you get it displayed? So each of these steps, I will take you step by step to ensure you are not confused in any of these. So if that actually interests you, make sure you stick and go through each of these lessons. And at the end of the day as well, we'll also be able to participate in the post-course like project, which we call like a post-course hackathon on the program university, which we earn some of you some money or crypto as well. So by building with the knowledge you acquire here, if that excites you, let's keep rolling, and I will see you in the next lesson. Meanwhile, I remain Solomon Foske of the Program University. Keep the program spirit and alive, your assurance to succeed in the long term as a developer. And please always do good to humanity and nature with any knowledge you have, including your programming skill, and not evil, to make the world and universe a better place for us all. I will see you in the next lesson. Peace and bye.